Hello, everybody. Welcome. Today we're going to talk about Hispanics or Latinos in the United States of America, okay? Here we got some pictures from Word about some Latinos, okay? Here we got some pictures from ChatGPT, okay? More pictures. So, what is a Hispanic or Latino? According to Encyclopedia Britannica 2024, people living in the United States who are descendants of Spanish-speaking peoples are known as Hispanic Americans or Hispanics or Latinos. Since most Hispanics trace their ancestry to Latin America, they are also often called Latinos or Hispanos, okay? So for me, it's the same. Hispanic or Latinos for me are synonyms, okay? So Hispanic are people from Latin America or descendant from Latin American people or Hispanic people. Latin American people live in about 20 plus countries where Spanish is spoken. Although Spanish was born in Spain, it expanded when Columbus came to the Americas from Spain in the 1500s. Okay, so here we got the map. Okay, so Hispanics are more than Mexicans. We are from all of these countries. I guess I can name some of those. Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panamá, Ecuador, Cuba, Belize, Honduras, Jamaica, Dominican Republic, Haiti. These are called the Caribbean place, okay? That's El Caribe. Venezuela, Colombia, Brazil, Paraguay, Peru, Bolivia, Chile, Argentina, Uruguay. Okay. So I don't know if I remember all of these, but I'm gonna name them again. Guatemala, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama. Okay. So in Spain, they also speak Spanish. Okay. And Guinea Equatorial. So together we are more than 60 million people in the United States, about 19% of the population. Most of us live in Texas, California, and Florida. So in California and Texas, mostly we're Hispanics, Mexican descent or Mexican American. Nueva York, we live more like from Puerto Rico. And Florida, most people seem to be from Cuba, okay? So language, this is taken from ChatGPT. Language, family values, religious beliefs, cuisine, music and dance, festivals, celebrations, art and literature, identity and diversity and cultural fusion. Every Hispanic is different. We already talk about this in class, but hear more information. So Hispanics, we share the language Spanish, but every country has their own dialect, okay? So a lot of people, Hispanic in the United States are bilingual because they learn it from home, from their parents, from their relatives, or because they came as a child to the United States, just like me. So some Hispanic may share the family values. As culture is very important, like family gatherings, celebrations, holidays, support networks are highly valued in the Hispanic or Latino communities. Religious and beliefs, mostly Hispanic are Catholic or believe in other religion. And some religious holidays that we share may be Christmas, Easter, Day of the Dead, Dia de Muertos, and important cultural events. Cuisine, very important, yes. We share a lot of different foods, which we love. It's different from every country, or in Mexico, from every state. Some common some common food includes tamales, tacos, rice and beans, plantains. Mexican food in particular has a very profound influence on American cuisine. Music and dance, another part that I love. Music and dance are integral parts of Hispanic culture. Different genres. So here is only some. It's not a infinite number, it's infinite. Salsa, merengue, bachata, reggaeton, mariachi, cumbias, reggaeton. What else can we name? Classical music, rock, pop. So the music may have African, indigenous, and European traditions, music background. We also love festivals and celebrations. Some of those very important through the Hispanic community in the whole country are the Hispanic Heritage Months, which celebrated from September the 15th through October the 15th. The United States to celebrate the independence of many Hispanic or Latin countries. We also celebrate Cinco de Mayo and Puerto Rican Day Parade. This celebration highlights the contributions of Hispanic American and preserve cultural traditions. We also share a lot of important people who are artists, writers in literature. Okay. We have a lot of Hispanic artists, writers, and filmmakers contribute to vibrant cultural scene in the United States. We highlight a lot of those during the Hispanic Heritage Month in the fall semester. We share identity and diversity. Hispanic culture in the United States is not monolithic. This is very important. I agree also with this on ChatGPT. It includes people from diverse backgrounds, including Mexican, Puerto Rican, Cuban, Dominican, Salvadoran, many others like Caribbean, Venezuela, Colombia, all of those countries we name on the top. We also share a little bit of cultural fusion. Why? Because we also acculturated American culture. So we don't change everything, but we get more from the American culture. Okay, creating unique expressions such as Tex-Mex, Cuisine, or Spanglish, a mix of Spanish and English. So we could do another presentation about all the Hispanic, important people, Hispanic in the United States that have Hispanic or Latin background. So I also ask ChatGPT Latino or Hispanic, and guess what? It's very similar, all the information, okay? So let's see something about, did they give us a little, yes, a little bit of history that share Hispanic and Latinos. So early history is 16th to 19th centuries, Spanish colonization with the Columbus came to the Americas, and settled on Florida, Texas, New Mexico, and California. That's why you see a lot of names with Latino names or Hispanic names on those states. So another important part of history is the Mexican-American War and the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo that happened in 1846 to 1848, when a lot of portion of Mexico was get added to the United States, unfortunately, like California, Texas, Arizona, Nuevo Mexico, Nevada, Utah, and some parts of Colorado and Wyoming. Okay. So when the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo in 1848 granted the citizenship to the Mexican residents of those territories, marking the beginning of significant Latino population in the U.S. Late 19th to 20th century, we got Puerto Rico and Cuba, wars in there that led to migration from Puerto Rico to the United States, okay, especially to New York. Mexican immigration in the Mexican Revolution, 1910, 1920, a lot of people left Mexico. And they never finished. We're still coming. The Bracero program is another part of history. Let's take a look at late 20th century civil rights movements in the 1960s and 1970s in the United States, with important civil rights activists like Cesar Chavez and Dolores Huerta, who brought along Martin Luther King also in the United States for the African Americans. The Cuban American immigration in the 1960s also increased, 1960s, 1980s. And Central American immigration, this one started basically in the 1980s up to today. So all of these countries still have immigration to the United States, illegal immigration, unfortunately, but it's still common. You can Google it, you can check on the news, and it's still happening. So late 20th century to present, okay, that's what I was saying. We still have immigration coming as we're speaking on the 2024. Cultural and political influence, Latinos have increasingly become a powerful cultural and political force of the U.S., influencing everything from music, cuisine, to politics, education, a lot of things. So Latino voters have played a critical role in elections, particularly in the states like California, Texas, and Florida. Why? Because a lot of Hispanics live on those states, okay? And it's the same. So you can take a look at the history of Hispanics is very similar to the one of Latinos. So that's why Latino, Hispanic, or even Latinx, to include people of the Latinx community, of the LGBT community, to me, they are synonyms, okay? So thank you for watching. We'll be talking more about this if you are in my class. Adios.